This deen is not games. And then you get the other extreme, those who blind follow their Shaykh, like the Sufi. He says that if I wish, the Murid, he says, I wish I could be your slipper so you can wipe all your feet all over me. I don't want to be under somebody, I don't want to be somebody's slipper. Allah did not create you and me to be a shoe. Allah did not create you and me to be a slipper for any man to wipe his feet on you. He's a dalal mubin. Or that if I were to melt his body, his flesh will be the Quran and his bones will be the Sunnah. What is this? The Mu'tazila didn't go that far. The Mu'tazila, they said, yes, that the Quran is created, but never said that the flesh is Quran and his bones is his Sunnah. If we melt the man, Ya Rajul, this is ghulu, the Sufism that you have. Abadan. Qala Allah, Qala Rasulullah, Qala Sahaba. That's it. الدين العلم قال الله قال رسوله قال صحابته ليس بالتمويه, without a doubt. ما العلم نصبك لخلاف سفاهة بين الرسول بين رأي فقيه. It is foolishness to put on par the statement of any person, even if a scholar, with the statement of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's foolishness, because the statement of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is final. There's nothing which is on par with the statement of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. كل يؤخذ ويرد إلى صاحب القبر. Everyone's statement is accepted or rejected, إلا صاحب هذا القبر, except the companion of this grave. So don't sit with these individuals. As Mus'ab ibn Sa'ad said, لا تجالس مفتونا. Don't sit with one مفتون, put to trial. Because why? فإنه لن يخطئك منه إحدى اثنتين. Because he will leave with you one of the two things you will end up being upon. إما أن يفتنك فتتابعه, either he trials you and you follow him, وإما أن يؤذيك قبل أن تفارقه, or he harms you before you leave him. That is the IBAN al-Kubra of Ibn Battah. Al-Awza'i rahimahullah, na'am, when he heard a person say, I sit with the people of Sunnah and I sit with the people of Bid'ah as well. I sit with everybody. So Imam Al-Awza'i rahimahullah, the scholar from Sham, the Imam, he said, هذا رجل يريد أن يسوي بين الحق والباطل. This man, he wants to bring together truth and falsehood. And it's true what Awza'i rahimahullah said. And Ibn Battah rahimahullah commented on it, and he said, صدق الأوزاعي أقول إن هذا الرجل لا يعرف الحق من الباطل. I say, this person does not know truth from falsehood. ولا الكفر من الإيمان, nor disbelief from belief. And likewise, being upon the Athaar of Salaf is in your aqidah, in defending the aqidah of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. The three categories of Tawheed: Rububiyyah, Uluhiyyah, wal Asma' wal Sifat. Knowing them in detail. Knowing and affirming Allah's beautiful names and attributes. Following the books of Usul al-I'tiqad, the likes of Imam Ahmad rahimahullah's book Usul al-Sunnah, or Asl al-Sunnah of Imamain al-Raziyain, or Sharh al-Sunnah of Imam al-Barbahari rahimahullah, or the likes of al-Sunnah of al-Marwazi, or Kitab al-Sunnah of Ibn Abi Asim, or Asl al-I'tiqad al-Sunnah wal-Jama'ah of al-Lalikai. And you'll find in there many narrations of the Salaf, and many quotes as well from the Sahaba radiallahu anhum in that book of al-Lalikai, the volumes. And the Sharia of al-Ajurri. You'll find these books is where salvation is. You'll find the statements of Imam Ahmad. You'll find the advice of Sufyan al-Thawri to Shu'aib ibn Harb. You'll find the advice of the ulama of the past to each other. You'll find the great imams in defending the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But this following the Athaar of Salaf is not just in aqidah, it's in methodology. In methodology, that we love the companions and we follow their path and we don't speak out against them in any ill manner. That we respect them, we honor them, we respect the ulama of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, and we love them. We don't follow them in the error, but we love them and we keep their honor. And also it is in loving the people of Sunnah. You see, following the Athaar al-Salaf, as the Sufyan al-Thawri said, how few are Ahlul Sunnah. If I know a person of Sunnah is in the east or the west, then give my salam to him. Because how few are Ahlul Sunnah. So we have to love Ahlul Sunnah. Whether they're in the east or the west, the ulama, the students, and also the laymen amongst them. Those who are upon the Sunnah, we have to love them. It is halal in Tawheed. No matter how many times you talk Kitab al-Tawheed, or no matter how many times you studied it, it is deficiency that you don't side yourself with Ahlul Sunnah, but rather you're a loner. You keep away from Ahlul Sunnah. That's halal. That's halal in your manhaj, in your methodology. Sufyan al-Thawr, the great scholar, is saying, give my salam to them. The Prophet Muhammad said, are my brothers. The Sahaba said, are we not your brothers? He said, no, you are my companions. My brothers, how I'd love to see them at the end of time. Those who will hold on to their deen, like they're holding on to hot coal. My brothers, ikhwani. Look, the Messenger said, I'd love to see them. And so if you're not upon that, then you have khalal in Tawheed. Khalal in your wala' wal bara'. Because the wala' wal bara' necessitates that you love for Allah and you hate for Allah. And you give for Allah and you withhold for Allah. So loving for Allah's sake means loving Him, loving His deen, and loving the people of Sunnah. Not that you tujanibhum, not that you leave them and you don't be with them. No, we love people of Sunnah. We love the people of Sunnah. This is what we saw with our own eyes from the ulama. Shaykh ibn Uthaymeen rahimahullah in Unayza, when we visited the Shaykh, he loved to have the strangers, of the people of Sunnah who were strange from outside cities, that they will come and they will visit. I wanted to ask a question, and somebody came between me and the Shaykh. He said, leave the Shaykh, leave the Shaykh. And the Shaykh said, no, he's not from here. He's someone from outside. Let him ask. Loving the people of Sunnah, and he gave us big box of his tapes and his dawah material, his books and tapes. It was such a blessing, such kindness, such love, such mahabba. Shaykh bin Baz rahimahullah likewise in Aziziyah, in Makkah, and he's there sitting with the students and he's answering their questions and he's painstakingly going through any issues, any problems that people have, questions that are in marriage, questions that are in whatever, and he's there clarifying the Sunnah to them, and he's patient upon that. The ulama, Shaykh Ubaid rahimahullah, 15 lessons or 13 lessons a week that he used to give to the people of Sunnah. And I said to the Shaykh, this is hard on you. Yeah, Shaykh. He said, what can I do? These are the people of Sunnah. We have to help our brothers on the Sunnah. This is the love that they have. And every Thursday after Asr, which was a weekend at that time, that was a time his house was open. And when he used to have liqa al-maftuh, open session, his house open. Not only for Q&A, but also for those visitors that come, coffee, dates. He's welcoming his guests. Shaykh Muhammad Abdulilah Marzuq al-Banna rahimahullah, how many times he accepted visitors to his house in his 80s, and he's serving them while they're all sitting around the table. He's serving them and giving them, making them feel welcome. And he would always say that to the brothers who come from England. Say, welcome, welcome, ahlan, marhaban. And welcome in face, Ya Abdullah. This is sadaqah. This is charity. Life is short, and we have to make the most of what we have left. We have to keep striving. We have to hold on to the Sunnah. We have to take the examples of the ulama al-Athaar, the ulama of the narrations. By Allah, this is where salvation is. They're the ones, you will see them in like the inheritors of the prophets. Hum warathatul anbiya. They are the inheritors of the prophets. The prophets don't leave behind dinars, not dirhams. They leave behind ilm. So whoever gains it has gained a great treasure. So the ilm should emanate in one's actions. The ilm that one learns is not something they learn in a book or a certificate they get from a university. The certificate you may get from a university, an Islamic university, if you're not upon the Sunnah, then it's worthless. It's worthless if you're not upon the Sunnah. And if you are playing games, conniving, and causing confusion and doubts, then there is deficiency in your tawheed, deficiency in your manhaj. Why? Because the Ahl Sunnah are not like that. Ahl Sunnah love the people of Sunnah. They love the people of Tawheed. They're not people who praise themselves, thinking that they're better than others, towering upon others. That's halal in Tawheed, because Allah said, وَلَا تَمْشِي فِي الْأَرْضِ مَرَحًا إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُحِبُّ كُلَّ مُخْتَالٍ فَخُورٍ. Don't go in the land full of pride. Allah doesn't love every boastful, haughty person that walks on the earth. وَلَا تَمْشِي فِي الْأَرْضِ مَرَحًا إِنَّكَ لَن تَخْرِقَ الْأَرْضَ وَلَن تَبْلُغَ الْجِبَالَ طُولًا. Don't go in the land full of pride. You didn't reach the mountains in height, nor did you tread all of the earth. Ibn Jurayj mentioned from Athaar rahimahullah, he said, إِنَّ الرَّجُلَ لَيُحَدِّثُنِ بِالْحَدِيثِ فَأُنْصِتُ لَهُ كَأَنِّي لَمْ أَسْمَعْهُ وَقَدْ سَمِعْتُهُ قَبْلَ أَنْ يُولَدْ. He said, Athaar rahimahullah, he mentioned that there's a man will come and he's speaking to me about hadith. You see, Athaar from the elders, from the scholars of hadith, but yet you get some youth coming and he's speaking to you about hadith. He's speaking to him about hadith. Na'am. And he says, as if I've just heard it for the first time, and I've heard it before he was even born. I heard it before he was even born. You get people like that. All of a sudden, I have done, I am this, I have, and I have been, and I studied, and I have, and what I've done, and I have. Subhanallah. Be careful of the eyes. Be careful of the too many eyes. I did this, and I did that, and I'm this, and I am on top of the world, and I finished this book so many times, and I, and there's no one like me. I'm the main man, and I'm the real student, and the true student. No one like me. Subhanallah. How can anyone reach me? This is khalal fi tawheed. This is deficiency in tawheed. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not call you to this. Allah called you to the knowledge that benefits is what knowledge that humbles you. The knowledge that benefits is knowledge that humbles you. Knowledge that makes you return to Allah. Knowledge that makes you fear Allah. إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ مِنْ عِبَادِ الْعُلَمَاءِ. Those who fear Allah the most are the ulama. As for somebody who just referring to himself all the time, هذا مسكين. He has harmed himself. And that's why you should always never feel that you're safe. Never feel that you've made it. Never feel that you've done it. That you're the person that everyone should return to. And everybody else, you people in the masjid, just go and clean the toilets and go and clean the... that attitude, that is kharab al-aqidah. That is aqidah kharban, ta'ban. Elders in the masjid, they're the ones who just go and clean the masjid. And you're the man. Nasallahu salama. Abadan. We are in need of Allah. We are in need of humility. We are in need of ibadah. We are in need of taqwa. We are in need of lowering our wings to our brothers. وَاخْفِضْ جَنَاحَكَ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Not tower over the believers. مَنْ أَنْتَ حَتَّى يَقُولُ لَكَ تَقُولُ لَكَ الْقَوْلِ. Who are you for any statement to be referred to you? No. That's why Imam Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah said, أَغْبَى النَّاسِ مَنْ ضَلَّ فِي آخِرْ سَفَرِهِ وَقَدْ قَارَبَ الْمَنْزِلِ. The most stupid of people is he who became misguided right at the end of his life, at the end of his journey. Even though he came close to his abode, he deviated. That's why a person should never feel self-sufficient. How do you know? Because of your self-amazement, you're not going to be deviated. That is talbis iblis, the deception of a shaitan. Person who thinks that he's made it. None of us should feel like that, and none of us should feel arrogant. Rather, we should humble ourselves and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His forgiveness, and ask Allah to accept us, and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to pardon us. Allahumma innaka afuun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anna. اللهم اجعل القرآن الكريم ربيع قلوبنا وجلاء همومنا وغمومنا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم. Oh Allah, don't make in our hearts hatred for the believers. You see, hatred for the believers is khalal in tawheed, is deficiency in tawheed. We have to love the people of Sunnah. We have to be with the people of Sunnah. واصبر نفسك مع الذين يدعون ربهم بالغداة والعشي يريدون وجهه ولا تعد عيناك عنهم تريد زينة الحياة الدنيا ولا تطع من أغفلنا قلبه عن ذكرنا واتبع هواه وكان أمره فرطا. That is the reality of those who leave this dhikr, na'am, and leave tawheed and sunnah. كان أمره فرطا. His affair is all over the place. May Allah protect us from that deviation. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم.